This chart could crash Bitcoin. Hey guys, what's going on? Jab here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the plethora of reasons why Bitcoin may be about to enter an $8,000 corrective movement all the way down to $55,000. Now, it's also very possible that this doesn't happen. This would be the biggest corrective movement that Bitcoin has seen the entire bull market, but there are reasons to believe that at least a few thousand more dollars worth of correction may be coming to Bitcoin soon. Today, I'm going to be explaining exactly why that is, and I will talk to you about how you can take advantage of this movement. So if you want to know what's happening next in cryptocurrency and how to take advantage of it to make the most money, you found the right place. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Today's video is brought to you by Incogni, a sister company of NordVPN that helps keep you private. Data brokers are always collecting your information every time you click OK on cookies. Anytime you put your email address or your personal home address or your phone number into the internet, data brokers are collecting that information and profiting off of it by selling it sometimes to advertisers, sometimes to crooks. The last thing you want all over the internet is all of your personal information, including your home address and passwords to your bank account information, guys. It's ridiculous. Incogni is a service that automatically detects if your information is out there in these data brokers' hands. They send requests to get it removed, and then they make sure to follow up and make sure that that information is removed from their databases. If you want to scrub your information from the internet so that you are invisible to these data thieves, the best place to go is Incogni. So find the link in the description box down below, sign up today, and browse online securely. But let's get started. Do Kwon is facing a $5.3 billion penalty because of what happened with Terraform Labs. If you don't know, Do Kwon was the founder of a cryptocurrency called Terra Luna. This was what was known as an algorithmic stablecoin. It was a stablecoin that was pegged to the United States dollar until it wasn't. When that company and that project collapsed, about $80 billion vanished. It was one of the worst disasters in the entire history of the cryptocurrency space. And over the last couple of months, the Securities and Exchange Commission has been coming at many different companies, such as Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, XRP and Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse, and the likes of Binance and Coinbase and more, trying to crack down on the industry. In the legal realm, what they are doing is trying to instill a practice called terrorism, which literally means in Latin to refer to fear. This is a fear tactic that the SEC is using to bring compliance from these industries so that they will follow the securities law, which allegedly they have been breaking. The reason that this is relevant to Bitcoin's correction over the next couple of days is that there has been a lot of FUD about this tactic that the SEC is using. But it's not only FUD as a result of the attack from the SEC on crypto that has been leading to a correction on Bitcoin. It's also been FUD around the halving. You see, the last two times that Bitcoin went through a halving, they immediately went through corrections. We saw a 34% correction in the first 31 days after the 2016 Bitcoin halving, and after the 2020 Bitcoin halving, we would see Bitcoin go through a short rally followed by a correction of about 14% before trading sideways for the next 90 days. In more recent memory, i.e. the last few days, we have seen Bitcoin go into a rally immediately following the halving, but now we're going into a corrective movement, and it seems that we may be forming what is known as an ABC Elliott wave corrective movement. The way an ABC Elliott wave corrective movement occurs is that you have the A wave, which is the first wave, move in the direction of the primary trend, and the C wave move in the direction of the primary trend, with a correction against the primary trend, which in this case is bearish, happening in the middle on the B wave. So far, we've seen one correction from all-time high at $75,000 with a short bounce up to local resistance around $68,000, and in the last 48 hours, we've begun a corrective movement that seems to be pointing downward. If the FUD from the SEC's attacks and from the halving come to, we could be seeing the beginning of this C corrective wave, which would push us down about as far as we corrected the first wave, which was about $13,000. The correction here would be about $12,000 because we've got this uptrending level of support that is very important. This uptrending level of support that sits currently at $55,492.43 has been in play for the last year and a half, starting back here in January of 2023. It has been a continual level of support and resistance ever since. It has been the guiding trend line of this entire bull market. And with this short-term FUD and with the correction that we're seeing in the altcoins, it's very possible that Bitcoin could follow through this C wave and drop all the way back down to this level right at about $55,000. If that should occur, then it would be wise for an investor to consider loading up bags and buying more, because it's unlikely that Bitcoin would fall much farther than that. So far in this bull market, every major correction has been almost exactly 20% in depth, as you can see on these examples here. And the correction that we have witnessed so far has already been about 20% deep. If we were to drop down to $55,000, it would be a 25% correction, making it the largest correction by percentage so far in this bull market, which would almost certainly mean that Bitcoin has prepared itself well for the next leg up where we might move to $80,000 to $100,000. So, if Bitcoin does drop down to $55,000, it's not a guarantee that it does, but if it does, that gives us an excellent opportunity to load up our bags, increase our position in the cryptocurrency space, and prepare for the next leg up. If you enjoyed today's video, which I hope you did, please consider hitting that like button and make sure to sign up for Incogni and get your information off of the internet. You don't want your home address and your phone number and your email address and your dog's middle name and all of that stuff out there online, because there are all kinds of thieves out there that will use that information against you. More practically, if you want to stop all the robocalls, one of the best ways to stop that is by signing up for Incogni. So go ahead and do it with the link in the description box down below. But before we go, where do you think Bitcoin is going? Do you think we're going to drop farther? Are we going to drop down to 55? Or are we going to bounce soon and rally all the way up towards 80 to 100 in just the next few months? I'd love to hear your opinion on that in the comment section down below. Before we go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.